No. Okay. All right. Okay. Is this is this better? All right. Subject lost. Why did you lose me, bro? Okay. Hello guys, how are you doing? Um I've been debating making this video for like the past 15 minutes cuz I didn't really know what I wanted to say. And I was like, so today we are Wednesday. And on Wednesday, I usually film videos. I usually make beats and film them, which is exactly what I've done today. I've just made beats, but I haven't really filmed them because I wasn't feeling like filming the beats. Um, and yeah, usually I feel like filming videos all the time, but as you guys might know, I work a 9 to 5 job, and I like I work a lot, work every day of the week, and it's hard for me to find time to do sessions with artists, recording people, um, recording myself, painting, drawing, taking walks, doing sports. It's really hard for me like to find a balance right now because it's my first year of actually I don't know if you knew that, but like I'm a teacher. I teach English and Spanish at school for not it's not college, it's like high school students. They're like what 15, 16, 17, and I like the job. I did my studies in literature and linguistics, so I obviously like that topic, but I just like languages because it made me because with languages I was able to speak and communicate with other people from other cultures, and that's what I find really rich, and rich in languages that you can communicate with people. And yeah, so with my full-time job, it's really hard for me to just come back home and find the motivation to be an artist, because I feel like if you are stuck in a work, and I'm not really stuck right now because I decided to be a teacher. I semi decided because the opportunity was just put in front of my face, and I'm really grateful for that. So I did not really struggle to find that job, and now I'm earning a monthly salary, which is really cool. First time in my life, 24. Moved into a new place, kind of new job, but low key on the side. Even when I was studying, I always made music. I always made art. I've always been painting. I've always been drawing. I've always been doing that kind of stuff. And I actually rediscovered how much I like to paint and draw when I was doing rehab last year, no, 2 years ago. So I went to therapy at the hospital because and I might get a bit sensitive with this, but I feel like I need to be talking about this, because I feel like a lot of artists will feel connected to what and resonate to what I'm saying right now. But I came to a point in my life where I was studying something and I didn't know if it was right for me to do this. I don't know if I was on the right path, and I felt like what my parents wanted me to do, with my studies and what I was actually in was maybe not the thing for me. And with this, COVID came, and I was never too sure about my studies and everything. And long story short, I just, I've always enjoyed making music. I've always made music on the side. I've always recorded artists, made music for myself. I had a band and everything, and that's what made me happy. But I was studying, I was at uni, and I traveled a lot thanks to university. Okay, I had three Erasmus, one in Canada. I went to Canada, I went to Edinburgh, Scotland, and I went to Valencia in Spain. And yeah, so I spent 1 year and a half abroad, which is crazy because I've always liked to do this. But what I liked about my studies is the fact that I could get away, do something else, find new people, meet new people. And now that I'm doing this very fucking everyday ish kind of the same job, I'm kind of like, damn, maybe I missed what I was made for. And let me go back to the depression side of things. So, because I just skipped really quickly over that because I was getting a bit sensitive, my bad. But basically, what happened is that I went, how should I put this? I was never a. I've always been a stressed kid, okay? I've always been really tidy, really organized, really, I would say outgoing. I always had many friends. I always would go out and talk to people. I had no issues with this, but it came to a point in 2021 where I just lost track of it all, and I just like got into my head more. I just got into my room more. I wasn't going out. I was not going to class. I was indulging in weed, I would say, and all types of drugs, but not drugs like prescriptions. So I started that at that time, and yeah, I was feeling really bad for a long time. I think it lasted approximately 2 years before I got checked with the rehab, which I did 2 years ago. So so yeah, 2025 today. So this year is 2025. So yeah, it started in 2021, and due to COVID, I feel like because I was always in my room, and I feel like I don't know. There was like kind of a misunderstanding in my brain where I was not doing. So the study was what I was doing, but I was not doing what I wanted to do. And what did I want to do? I wanted to be an artist. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to become an artist, and whether it is a musician or a painter, writer, whatever, I've always wanted to become to become someone who could have some kind of impact. And I feel like maybe not, but maybe yes. Artists are more sensitive to what the world has to offer, and we perceive things differently, which enables us to make art, because we perceive things through different lenses. Okay. So yeah, studied languages, English and Spanish, did Erasmus programs, and then came back to Belgium, felt depressed as fuck, indulged into some stuff I should have never come across. It is what it is. I went to therapy in the hospital, so kind of technically rehab, and got diagnosed with depression and anxiety disorder, and then I took some medicine to help me with this. Now I got my first job, so I graduated, got my first job, and got my first place, which is right here. I'm paying what 800 a month for this. I'm really grateful that I'm able to live in a place like this because it's a beautiful place. Um, yeah, I feel like we should always take some time to appreciate what we have, because I think you might not even realize it, but where you are at now is better, is like what you dreamt of, years ago. So, like me, for example, 4 years ago when I was in my dorm at university, sleeping all day, being too stressed to go outside and meet people, being too weak to go out of my bed. I was dreaming of like being able to go outside again, talk to people, I don't know, meet people. Just I was really afraid of being in front of a lot of people, and now I'm teaching kids every day. So I mean, this has been really hard for me because, bro, like it was my worst fear for a while, and I overcame it. The fuck, like this is crazy to me because, like, 4 years ago I would have been like, nah, this is crazy. I really thought I would fail my my major because my major was like didactics, right? So I was like, I'm gonna fail. There's no way I can be a teacher one day because I've got this fear, and I overcame it because I believed in myself and I was like, I'm gonna make it. You know, I made it happen. Um, there was a point where obviously when you are depressed, okay, and you have people around you. I didn't have a girlfriend at first, but now I have one, and I still was depressed when I met her. Okay, but it was better, right? It has consequences on people that you love, obviously, um, and some people react differently. I know my dad was a bit more harsh because it was his reality, and for a while I was confused about his reactions and stuff. But now I understand, I understand that he motivates himself. He is motivating himself by thinking that way, and he wanted me to feel motivated. So he wanted me to just go out of, I mean, get out of my bed and just get out of my head and do things. He was like, oh, he was a bit more harsh, but I'm really thankful because now that's literally like all I need. And my mom was always really compassionate and understanding. My girlfriend, she didn't have a clue at first because I hid it really, really well. I was heavily medicated when I met her, and uh, it was prescription drugs, but I was getting them in a way that was my doctor was not aware of. So it was not controlled, and I was taking if you want me to be real, was Xanax. So I was taking Xanax for a while, and I thought it was going to heal my depression or the way I was feeling because I didn't know at that time. I was like, what is this? Like I've always been this joyful guy. I was going skating every weekend. Like I've never really smoked. I didn't really like that. I never drank that much. I never really I've never been really that shy. So I was like, what is happening to me? Why do I feel like I'm not myself? Why do I feel like I'm dissociating right now? Why do I feel this way? Why is my heart beating like crazy when I'm in a classroom? Like just passively like listening to a teacher. What the fuck is this? And like this preventing me from living my life um for a long while. But at the same time, when I was feeling like this, the only thing that I could make was music as well. So I got into my room and I made music. I made beats. And I think the most beautiful songs I've ever written, they go back from this period of my life where I was just the most lost ever. So yeah, basically at first I wanted to do a video where I just wanted to talk about like how you should not get trapped into thinking that you only need to be good at one thing to make it your thing. I don't know if you guys understand, but the thing that I wanted to make this video about is like oftentimes when you say, oh, I'm going to be an artist, and you're like, okay, if you make music, then choose a genre of music and choose how you want to do it, and then stick to that lane. Fuck this. What I mean is like you don't need to stick to one thing. Me, for example, I want to be an artist, okay? I make beats every day. I also write a lot. I read a lot. And I also like philosophy a lot, you know? I like to think, I don't want to say self-improve or whatever the fuck, but since I had this massive period in my life where I was feeling like shit, I was like, it was like a natural thing for me to be looking into, you know, philosophy or self-improvement or whatever. So I really like to live that way, you know, meditating, taking my time. And yeah, I feel like this video is a bit all over the place, and you might feel like it is all over the place. I don't even know if I will post it because I have said things I've never said ever on camera, and I don't know who's gonna see that and if it's gonna perform or whatever. But basically, I just want you guys to understand that if you are an artist or if you're not an artist and you feel some type of way about your situation in life right now, um, don't worry, okay? Even if you feel like you you are at a point where like there's no point in living your life, you know, just try to pursue the one thing that makes your life valuable, okay? You're always gonna have family, okay? Whether you know it or not, they love you and you love them as well, deep down. And there's also your art. I don't know what your type of art is. It could be writing, it could be reading, it could be painting, it could be drawing, it could be doing sketches, it could be music, playing an instrument, singing. I don't know. Finger skating. I like finger skate, you know. Um, but yeah, I guess I guess this video is all over the place, but it's just my thoughts tonight. It's current. I don't even know what time it is, but I just felt like I was wanting to make a video and just talk, you know, just like not have a script and just let my thoughts run. Obviously, as you can tell, I have a lot of thoughts, you know, and I don't have ADHD, I think, but you know, everyone tells me like, boy, you thinking so much, and I know I overthink, but yeah, I just wanted to let you know, guys, like whatever you're going through, you're just gonna get through it like a king or a queen or a champ or whoever you are, you're gonna get through it, okay? Whatever your age is, your gender is, you know, whatever the fuck, you're gonna make the most of the situation, and I'm sure of that, you know. Yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. But yeah, this was a little bit more personal. This one, I don't know if I'm gonna release it. If I do, then you guys are lucky because it's a bit of the vault. Maybe sometimes I will explain a little bit better my whole situation and everything. Because I feel in some way I feel like it is really interesting to learn about other people's stories, so that way you can get inspired and know that you're not alone. So in a way, I feel like this is a really good thing. But also, I feel like this is very scary. You know, talking about that kind of topics makes me feel really vulnerable. But I feel like this vulnerability is something that everyone needs. You know, I don't know. I've been talking about so many different subjects in this one: my studies, uh, my apartment, my job, depression, therapy. What else? Balance, art. So yeah, this video is for the 20 years old me who didn't really know what was gonna happen. And yeah, man, you're good. Just get out your bed, okay? Drink some water, put the joint back, okay? Stop smoking, stop taking those drugs that are not gonna help you, and find help. reach to people, okay? Reach out to people. Go to therapy. Go for a walk. Talk to good friends. Find your friends, okay? Surround yourself with good people and stop those instant gratification thing. Yeah, I don't know. Sex is not gonna do it either, okay? Just focus on yourself. Stop the lust. Stop the weed. Stop the Xanax, okay? Get out of your bed. Try to figure out who you are, what you want to do in life. And if those questions are too complicated to be answered right now, write them down. Who am I? What do I want to do? Who do I want to become? You're gonna evolve in different stages in your life, and I've evolved a lot since 2021, and I still feel like I am not completely fulfilled, which is why I'm making this video, because I feel like if we were fulfilled, we would be too comfortable, and it would hurt us and hurt the way we could make our dreams come true. My dream right now, I don't even know what it is, but I want to be self-employed. I want to help people bring their vision to life with art, specifically music. But I want to live in an artistic way, writing, reading, meeting artists, recording them, producing for them, stuff like that. And I feel like even though we might feel some type of way, asking ourselves the question of who do we are, who are we and what do we want to do is always a good question. I also maybe wanted to talk about, since I'm doing like a really long video today. I don't know why I'm doing this though, to be honest, but maybe I will do like a Patreon where I make videos that are more like this, because I don't know if you guys are gonna like this kind of video, because it's more like it's a bit sad, okay? Like I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be like, oh yo, but some subjects are really sad, you know. Like it is what it is. But nowadays I'm feeling good, better than what I used to feel. Yeah. So I don't know. To me, those camera talking sessions are always the kind of therapy, you know. I feel really good when I talk to the camera, and I've said things in this video, bro. Oh man, I said things I never thought I would have said, and I don't know if I'm gonna post this, because as I said, here I'm being vulnerable. You know, if I'm being real, I'm really being vulnerable right now. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You guys have been watching the videos on my YouTube channel. I feel like you have been enjoying the cook up videos more than those talking ones. But still, I don't know which one I like to do best, so I might, you know, like try to. I'm going to experiment a little bit and see what I like to do best. I definitely like to do the cook up videos, but even though they get me more tractions, I still like to do this type of videos right now where I just speak, you know, and just get everything out. I have many subjects I want to cover. If you are on a quest to be a better version of yourself, just DM me, you know, ask me questions. If you relate to what I've said, you can also reach out. If you feel bad, you can also reach out. If you feel like you're gonna do something, if you feel like you're gonna harm yourself because you don't feel good, reach out to me or to other people. Really, it's just not many people, not enough people talk about this, and I feel like it's the biggest thing ever. Like I think that the age gap from 18 to 24 or 25 is the age gap where people feel well, like depression is the most present, or suicide or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that tonight, I guess. The night is there. So yeah, I think that's everything I had to say for tonight. Yeah, different type of video. I hope you enjoyed it as well. A bit longer, but hey, it's always cool to make videos. I love you guys. I hope that you are having a great day wherever you are. I'm sorry if this video was a little bit more raw. Oh, I have the condo reflection on my face, but I'm sorry if the video was a bit more raw than usual. Raw in meaning like sad. It's not even sad, I would say. I would say it's a bit more, it was a bit more, damn, I'm sure the camera's going like this. I would say it was a little bit more, a little bit dramatic, you know what I mean? Dramatic, you know what I mean? But yeah, boom. I love you guys.